but I'm gridded first for TT5.
Yeah, let's freaking go! I so feel like I can put it together.
I finished P4 in class. So we didn't stay for podium, but apparently I won TTT. So I won most consistent. And the funniest part is that I almost didn't pass my TT evaluation because I wasn't consistent. I think I have a pretty solid P3. Rain says it's supposed to come in around 5. What's up, guys? We are here for day 2 now. I'm super excited. It is gonna be my first TT. I can't wait. We passed the check ride yesterday. We just had the TT meeting, went over some rules. I was kind of questioning some of the rules, so I got everything all cleared up. I'm excited to go out there. It is a 30 car field today, so that's a lot. I think my pace is pretty good. I really won't know until cars start putting down laps. The way it works, we stage, we come out where we came in yesterday, and then we come back in all the way up at turn 1. And then I gotta go through scales every time, and then I think they might have me dyno a couple times, I'm not too sure. Yeah, car's all ready. We're running the Maxxis, and that's the tire that we ran the last session yesterday. I had to change the number from 18 to 181 because 18's already taken. I should have all my forms and everything all filled out. And then the grid is off of, for the first grid, it's just like first come, first serve. They said they might change it up because Mid-Atlantic does it different, and this is a crossover event between Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic region. But then after that, it's based off time. So I kind of thought it was like class, and then your fastest time in that class, but it's actually just out of everyone. So I could be in front of like a TT3 car. Yeah, the classes, it's like TTU, which is TT Unlimited, so any mod you want to do, all the way to TT6, which is like Spec Miatas. So we're TT5, so we're on the slower side. They said in the driver's meeting, because it's such a big field, kind of bunch all the cars up together so that everyone has like room to do a lap, and no one's, like no TT U cars getting in the way. Because there's like all the way from Trans Am to Miata, so they want to make sure that like no one's getting each other's way. It's definitely going to be packed out on track though. But yeah, I'm excited to go out there. This is what we've been working 3 years to do. We've been D in the car for 3 years now, and it's finally time to compete with it. Like, we still have more to do to it, so it's definitely not on like the pointy end of the class. But I think I'm gonna do pretty good. I'm glad with my times yesterday. We're gonna go out there, warm up, see how the track feels. I think it's not as hot as yesterday, but yeah, I'll see you guys out on track. I'm super excited to see how today goes. Even if I don't do well, I'm really happy that I competed, but I don't know, I have hope. We'll see though. I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea how I'm gonna do, but I'm super excited, and I'll see you guys on track. So going out, I gridded myself more towards the back since it was my first session and I had no idea how I compared to anyone else. It was really cool, the staging and everyone warming up their tires. And honestly, I wasn't really nervous going out for my first session. I thought I would have been more nervous, but I wasn't. I felt pretty ready and excited to just see what I could do. And I ended up putting myself in a really good spot on grid for the first TT session. And then coming around turn 4, they ended up throwing the green flag at turn 5, which I wasn't super ready for, but I still did pretty good, I think. And then the way it works is the first hot lap you can only pass under point buys. So this makes sure that everyone gets at least one fast lap in. That's clean without traffic. And so after completing that first hot lap, I decided I was going to pass the S2000 and the BMW on the straight so I could get some clean air in front of me to put some laps down. Coming onto the straight, this was my fastest lap of the warm-up. It was a 129.1, and this gridded me first for the first TT session. all finished up with the warm-up. We actually, it's a little bit after we went to get food while my head was kind of hurting. I'm feeling a little bit better now. I took some medicine, but warm-up went really good. It is so fun out there in TT, like being behind the cars, pushing like right with them. And then once I cleared that S2000 and that silver BMW, I didn't really see anyone else. Like there was a car in front, so I just kind of lifted. But he was a bit in front, so I could get a clean lap in. I did really good though. I did 29.1, which I'm very happy with. I was kind of like in the moment, I was thinking like, oh yeah, I did a good lap for like the day. But then I realized that warm-up doesn't count towards the actual like any TT session. So, but I'm graded now. I went the fastest of, there was only 3 cars. Although I swear that there was more cars that went out, and maybe they just didn't set a like good time or something. I'm really not too sure. But I'm graded first for TT5, so that's really good. I'm really happy I'm at the front. I don't have to worry about anyone in front unless they're like different class. But we'll see how everything shapes out. People definitely aren't running their like sticker tires that they're gonna run when it's the actual TT session. So, and I was pushing more than anyone else was. I think we can do, I think a 28 is possible. If I put it together, I think like a 28.9, but the track is gonna continue to fall off. Mid 28s is gonna probably be the fast times for today. But already I went half a second faster than yesterday, which is so awesome. The Garmin's Optimal is so close to my best lap. We're actually gonna swap pads now because my pads are like the same thickness as the backing plate. We have like 2 hours until we go out again. So I'm excited to get back out there again and see what time I can actually do. But this TT is really fun so far. It's so cool pushing and knowing that if I set a good time, I can maybe win something. I don't think a 28.5 is possible today with the car right now. We got stuff to do to this car over the winter, and this thing will be competitive next season. And I think it's already pretty competitive now. So yeah, we're just gonna keep going at it today, swap these pads, get back out there, see what kind of time I can do. I'm having a ton of fun though, and I'll see you guys out on track. So going out for my first ever TT session, I was gridded 16th, right behind Eric Magnuson actually. He races that V8 E46 in Grid Life with the Dale Earnhardt livery. That thing's so cool. And then coming around for my first hot lap, the cars ahead got a much better start than me. But that was fine because it just meant clean air in front. And then these first couple of laps is just getting heat into everything and pushing a little bit more each lap. And then my fast lap for the first session didn't come until later. On lap 6, I did a 29.6, so not quite as fast as my warm-up. It was still a pretty good lap, but I think it ended up putting me like P4 or P5 in the standings. Obviously though, we still have 2 more sessions left. Alright, so we just came in from the TT, the first TT session, the one that actually counts. Let's see, I did a 1:29.6, so I went faster on my warm-up session. I did 29.1. I definitely wasn't feeling the car as much. Track didn't feel as great. Someone did a 27.7, which is like insane. Like I don't think like the car is not there. The car is not at the 27s, but I dropped the optimal. Optimal is now at 28.6. So we looked over some stuff. I was having a little bit of trouble turn 2 with like on exit. Like I think, so we were looking at it. I'm gonna try taking a little bit more apex curbing. And then Devil's Elbow, like I was on for a good lap. Like it was definitely a low 29, but then I messed up the Devil's Elbow and the Octopus, and that definitely like threw the lap off. But so I'm gonna work on, I think I'm just maybe taking I'm taking it a little too tight and I'm apexing a little too early. I think apexing the Devil's Elbow later, I think that's gonna be a lot better. And I'm gonna try and also take a bit of like a wider line, so the entry, I think I'm just making it too tight. I think I'm gonna enter from a little bit wider out. And then that should set me up way better for the Octopus too, because I'll be a little bit more mid-track going into it. It's not driving me straight to the curbing. So we're gonna try a couple different things this session. And then I'm thinking last session is gonna be pretty fast if the sun goes down and then the track temp gets better. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty hot this session, so I don't know if it's gonna be any faster. But yeah, so we'll see how this last session goes, and then I'll update you guys after. Hey! And then I'll update you guys after that. But yeah, that's how it's going so far. Not bad. I know that there's more in the car, and I'm gonna try and find that more. But I'm having a lot of fun. Like TTing is very fun. This is so cool. I definitely want to do this more this year. I hope that we can like TT at a couple more events. We got also some stickers on the car. Hawk there, Hawk there. I have to have 2 more Hawk stickers around the car for the contingency. We changed the number, you can see, to 181. I think the Cantor Motorsports logo on the front, I think that looks really cool. But yeah, so we're gonna go back out there, see what I can do. Don't know if I'm gonna better my time this session, but I think the last session I definitely should be able to. Hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. If you are, like, subscribe, I appreciate all that stuff. Thank you guys for watching as well. It's awesome. A couple of people came up to me. It's really cool when you guys like see me at the track. Definitely say hi. It's awesome. But yeah, we're gonna go back out there and then I'll update you guys after that. So session 2 wasn't bad, went better than session 1, not as good as the warm-up. I did a 129.3, so I think still put me around like P4, P5 in the standings so far. Nothing too crazy did happen this session. I got passed on the front straight the first hot lap, and I didn't give a point by, so that was kind of weird. You shouldn't really be allowed to do that. I got passed by 2 cars. Other than that though, nothing really crazy, but I've been dropping my time every session, so far so good. And then I pointed this Mustang by turn 7 because they were a higher horsepower car and I thought that they'd be faster, but they low-key weren't, and I was kind of stuck behind them. I tried to pass them for a bit, and then I couldn't really get by them, and they wouldn't point me by either. So then I low-key just lifted and let them get ahead so that I could put down a clean lap. But after 2 or 3 laps of pushing, I caught back up to the Mustang. It must have been on a warm down lap, and I was able to get around them, and then from there I had open track in front of me. After putting down that 29.3, let's talk it over and see what we can improve for next session.
I can put it together next session.
All right.
It's a 28.5's the optimal now.
Nice. 31.65.
All right, so we came in from session 2. Didn't go terrible. I actually bettered my time. I didn't think I was going to because the track was pretty hot, but track felt pretty good. I did a 29.3 last session. Before that, I did 29.6. We were looking at it, and right now, the way that everything is, I really think you're getting this. I don't know if everyone's gonna do their last session or not, but I think I need like a 29.2, like a 29.2 low in order to get P3. But I think it would be much safer if I get a 28. The optimal, I dropped it to a 28.5. It's there. It's totally there. I just need to put it together. The track should feel good this last session, so I really think I can put it together. Still having a little bit of trouble with turn 2. I think I just need to get to the apex more of 2, and I'm going to try prioritizing the exit instead of the entry. I think if I slow up a little bit more, I can get on the power, and I think the car won't pop as much because I'm really struggling with the car jumping at the exit. I find that the car is pretty quick the first, like, whatever, 2, 3, 4 laps. So last time I was kind of held up by that Mustang that you guys would have saw. But hopefully next session, like I'll be gridded pretty good. I'll kind of let the cars go a little bit more in front. And I think hopefully I can get a cleaner first couple of laps when the tires are feeling good. But yeah, so I'm excited to go out for that last session. I want it so bad. It would be awesome. First podium at my first TT. But I don't want to jinx anything. We're gonna go back out on track soon. Got like an hour, So let the car cool down. We took the gurney flap off because we're hoping it's gonna give me a little bit more grip at the high speed. So I'll see you guys out on track. So the last session was my best session of the day. I did a 129.0 and I set it on my 4th out of 5 laps in the session. It was a bit of a quicker session, so I'm gonna play that lap for you guys now. Unfortunately, someone did go faster, and so I finished P4 for the day instead of P3. I was 2/10 off of P3, so very close, and I was very upset because I lost all my time in the Devil's Elbow. I would be like plus 0.0 going into it, and then coming out of the Devil's Elbow, I would be like, whatever, plus 0.6. But I got it all sorted out, and Sunday I went even quicker, figured out the Devil's Elbow. But you guys are about to see now my fastest lap from Saturday, put me P4 in class. Here it is. And then right after that, a lap later, the car cut out on me going up the Octopus. And so I just decided to pit in since it was right there.
31:52.
So just came in from the last session. I did a 29.0. Optimal is still a 28.5. I think I dropped it a little bit. That 28 is so, like, it's so there. Like, it's right there. I was on for some pretty good laps, as you would have seen. Devil's Elbow, man, it just kept getting me. It was really annoying. And then Octopus, because then after the Devil's Elbow was bad. I think I was doing pretty good. Like, I might have dropped the time a little bit in the Octopus, but it was really just all the Devil's Elbow. Like, I would go in, and it'd be like, whatever, plus 0.0. And then I would come out and it'd be like plus 0.6. So it's like, yeah, I was losing all my time there because everywhere else I'm good. Everywhere else I'm good. So yeah, other than that though, day went really good. I finished P4 in class, I'm pretty sure. I was like, whatever, 2/10 off of P2, or off of P3. I'm happy with where I'm at today. P4 is not bad at all. Oh, also the tires, they definitely in the Octopus after like 3 or 4 laps of pushing, they definitely felt like they were falling off. Like the rear end wanted to come out on me. It was very hard to get on the power and not have like any slip or anything. But other than that, it felt good. Other than that, car did great today. Actually, I did feel a cutout on power coming out of the Octopus that last lap. That's why I pitted. I wasn't on a good lap, and I figured I'd probably get checkered that lap too because I'd already done like 4 or 5 like push laps. But yeah, that's how day 1 went. Not too bad. But yeah, we're gonna review data and then come back, and we're aiming for that 28 tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed day 1, or I guess day 2, because day 1 was Friday. But day 1 of the TT, and then we'll be back and quicker for day 2. All right, so we're here for last day 3 at NJMP Thunderbolt. It ended up, so we didn't stay for podiums or like awards last night, but apparently, because I didn't think I was gonna win anything, but apparently I won TTT. So that's like, it takes your 4 fastest laps from at least 2 sessions, and if you're really close, like if you're really consistent, then you win, and they place everyone from like 1st through 30, so all the cars, and I won that. So that's pretty crazy. And the funniest part is that I almost didn't pass my TT like evaluation because I wasn't consistent.
You're not super consistent. That's the part that concerns me.
So I won most consistent, which I think is so funny. And I almost didn't because I wasn't consistent apparently. But so that's really cool. Unfortunately, they don't have a trophy for me, which kind of sucks. But I don't know, we'll see what we can do. I really want a trophy. But today, we got the car already. We swapped tires, or we flipped tires from like whatever, crisscross, so front to rear, rear to front on the opposite sides. And then we got the pressures bumped up a little bit because I think we were running them a little bit low yesterday. The track is cooler. There's not like, it's not as hot as yesterday. Clouds all over. It says it's gonna rain later. They got the TT, so it's supposed to be like we TT'd at like 10, 12, and then 4. Yeah, so they got it moved, and so now we're like 10, 12, 2. So hopefully we can get all 3 sessions in before the rain starts coming in. If the rain starts coming in early, I think I'm just gonna switch to DE, because I don't want to ruin anyone else's TT laps, but I mean, no one's gonna be setting any good times because it'll have rained anyway. So I think this first session is pretty critical. Track looks like it's pretty good. I'm gonna try a different thing in the devil's elbow. I wanna hug the curving tighter before the apex. I'll kind of bring the car, I'll brake more in a straight line, slow the car down, trail brake off, try and hit the cone, and then that should set me up good for the octopus. So I got that to try, because that's really where I was losing all my time yesterday. Other than that though, car's all ready, I'm all ready. I can't wait to get out there. First session, we're up in like 30 minutes, so I'm gonna get ready now. And yeah, I'll see you guys out on track. Hope you're enjoying the videos. So, unfortunately, I have no video from this first session. I thought the camera wasn't recording, so when I hit the button, I'd actually stop recording because it already was recording. And I had no Garmin video either because the Garmin didn't want to work. I do have the TT result sheets, and it says in my first session, I did a 128.525. My second session, I actually went 1,000th slower, so I did a 128.526. Talk about being consistent. So I'm sorry again, I don't have that first session. I'm really bummed, but I do have the second session, so look forward to seeing that. So I am so sorry that I didn't have video for that session. The Garmin wasn't working, and my helmet cam, I must have like clicked it off. It must have already been recording, and so I stopped the recording. I am so annoyed at myself for that, but I don't know if I can get anything else out of the car. Honestly, like 28.5, I went half a second quicker. Every single day, I went half a second quicker. I did a like 29.6, then 29.0, and now 28.5. I really don't know how much the car has left in it. I weighed in on the scales at, what I weighed at, 32.08 or something like that. That the heaviest I've been. Also, the pressures were really high when we came in. They were at like 36 maybe, so we dropped them down to like, I want to say 34, 33 all the way around. That lap was awesome. I am so happy with myself. I got the devil's elbow down. I'm so glad I did that. And I did a couple other, I did like a 28.9 and a 28.9. So that was awesome. I had so much fun that session. I'm sitting P1 in class right now by 0.5. I totally think that time's gonna be beaten because they were running, whatever, 27s. Umar apparently did a 27.1 in qualifying or something for ST. Maybe it was in the race, I'm not too sure. But that's kind of crazy. But he did a 27.7 yesterday in TT. So I totally think that time's gonna get beaten. I think I might finish P2 or P3 in class. That's where I'm hoping. But that's my banker lap. I don't know if I'm gonna beat that. I really don't. I'm still gonna go out there though. I think I can go maybe like 0.1 faster. I think so. Like maybe 0.1 or 0.2, but we'll see. Car did great though. I'm ready to go back out there and we'll see if I can beat this time. And yeah, I'll see you guys out on track. So I'm glad I got this session on video. I did a 128.526, so 1,000th slower from the first session. I did not get any Garmin video. I think it was the battery pack maybe that it was hooked up to. Garmin just didn't want to work. I had the aim running though, so that was nice. So at least I had some sort of idea of how fast I was going and what laps I was doing. I'll play the lap now. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm very proud of myself for this one. watching that lap over again, I am so happy with how I did. I feel like this weekend I got everything out of the car. If you see anywhere where you think I can make time up to, please comment below. But this lap put me 3rd in the standings, and I think that's pretty good for my first TT.
31.83.
Hey Taylor.
How'd you do?
28.5.
So did you do what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I did a lot better. I ran a lot of 28s.
Nice, that's good.
I was first in class as of first session. I did the
Yeah,
28.5.
dude.
I just did another
Dude,
28.5.
yeah, good job.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Taylor. You see how many like 28s?
Dude, you talk about consistent. Your last session you did a 28.526. This you did a 28.525.
I did?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Or no, the other way around. You did a 28.525. This time you did a 28.526. You're in P3.
Okay,
Just like
told
you said.
you. Yep, I told you P2
Just
or
like you
P3.
said.
So just came in from session 2. It went pretty good. I ran another 28.5. This time though, I got it on video. I also did like a 28.6. I did a lot of 28s. Like I did 28.9, 28.9. So I'm happy with that. The Garmin was kind of working, kind of not really. It was like cutting in and out, so I'm gonna change the battery pack on that. Because maybe that's the issue, I don't really know. So yeah, not too bad. I'm sitting P3 in class right now. The next fastest guy is like a 27.8, and then it's another 27.8. So I think I could maybe do like a 28.3, but that's gonna be really pushing it, so I don't know. The tires, they seem to fall off after like 4 laps. I think I can get like 4 laps in, and then it's kind of just, so I need to stop pushing after that. But no, that was a lot of fun. I really just love pushing this car on its limit. It's just a ton of fun. But yeah, so session didn't go too bad. I think I have a pretty solid P3. We're looking at the person who's in P4. His fast, he's like 0.3 off me. He did a 28.8, and that's the fastest that he also went yesterday. So I don't know. I mean, track is better today. Rain says it's supposed to come in around 5. Our session's at 2. So I think we're gonna get all 3 of our sessions. Then I think I'm gonna DE in the black car after. I haven't showed you guys yet, but we just got this black E36 to replace the silver one. My dad says he likes driving it, so I'm excited to get out on track, probably after all my TTs. But yeah, this car is doing great today. I'm having a lot of fun with the blue car and run some pretty fast times, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, so I'll keep you guys posted on how session 3 goes. But I'm having a lot of fun this weekend, and I hope you guys are enjoying the video. And yeah, I'll see you out on track.
Yo, how is this car's like control arms like?
Oh, it's stock. You got full. It's just like your car.
Okay.
It's totally stock. The tires don't have a ton of tread.
Okay.
So watch out for standing water.
So this is my last session of the day. I didn't go out for the last TT session because it rained, so I took the black car out in DE4. It was my first time driving it, and in the wet, it was definitely a lot of fun. The car felt like it snapped back pretty quick. And after talking with my dad, he said it's because we had a lot of caster in the car from when we aligned it. Other than that though, the car felt pretty good. Obviously couldn't lean on it because it was wet, but like I said, definitely a fun car to drive. This is also it for the video. I'll play some clips of me drifting. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching my first ever TT weekend. So happy with how I did with where the car is at right now, and I cannot wait until my next TT. And I also want to say a big thank you to you guys for watching and supporting the channel. Next year is going to be a ton of fun racing Spec Miata alongside TC5, and I think those videos are going to be awesome. And comment below if you enjoyed this video.